Hello, welcome back to the channel. Are we ready for the first match preview, Grimsby fans? Well, here it comes. It's the match preview for the first time in a year. Let's just embrace this for a moment. Grimsby back in the Football League. Does that not feel good to be a Grimsby fan and be back in the Football League? Where we belong? We've earned it, so we belong here. We kick off on Saturday against Leyton Orient. Now, in this preview, I'm going to give you a little bit of a few stats I can find and how things have been going, obviously, for the Mariners, and a little bit on our opponents as well, Leyton Orient. So, let's get started, shall we? My prediction will be in this as well at the end. I'll be telling you what I think the score may be at the end of this video. Let's start off then with the overall form of both teams. Obviously, not massively important as it's the start of a new season, but Grimsby have won 4 out of their last 5 competitive matches, including the 3 barn burners to get promoted. So Town in that regard are in good form. Leyton Orient, on the other hand, they didn't really have a great finish to their season. 3 defeats in the last 5 and 2 draws. So again, but that kind of is wiped clean, and that's where I'm sure a lot of Leyton Orient fans will tell me. It's wiped clean and so on and so forth, which it is. I think Leyton Orient are going to be favourites for this, obviously being at home as well. That will make them favourites, including the record between Grimsby and Leyton Orient. Because we've played 8 times recently, and Grimsby have won 2 of them, and Leyton Orient have won 4 of the 8. So half of the games Leyton Orient have won between the 2 sides, with 2 draws sandwiched in between all that. Take you back to the last 4 times that we've played Leyton Orient. In October of 2019, Grimsby were at home to Leyton Orient, and it was a horrible day. It actually ended up being 4-0 to Leyton Orient. That day Grimsby were sort of in disarray there, really. We played again on the 11th, 2020, 11th of January 2020, and we did get a credible draw, 1-1 against Leyton Orient on that day. That was obviously the curtailed season. Then going into the behind closed doors season, Grimsby played Leyton Orient again the same weekend as they did back in 2019-20, the 17th of October. Grimsby came away with a 3-2 win. And if I seem to remember, it was Owen Windsor's only goal for Grimsby that day, which got the winner against Leyton Orient. So that was a big win for Grimsby back in October. But back in March of last year, Leyton Orient did pick up a 1-0 win at Blundell Park during our failed safety efforts, and in the end Grimsby got relegated. So last season we spent it in the National League. If we look at how Grimsby are shaping up at the moment, they made about eight signings so far. Obviously still lacking in a few places. But, we've got the likes of Kieran Green that can come in. Bryn Morris might be making his debut as well this weekend. alongside Dino Orsi as a forward. We are missing. We believe we're missing Ryan Taylor. We'll know later on in the week because we'll have Paul Hurst's pre-match, and I will cover that. Actually, I will do a video for that about what Paul says. But I'm just giving you my early thoughts on this, and we've obviously got Brendan Keenan as a new winger on loan from Walsall, and if you've seen my videos prior to this, you'll know about Brendan. I think overall, we've got some decent players. We are struggling with a couple of injuries going into this, so I know the lads have just been away to Tenerife. They've had 4 days there, and they come back. I think it's Tuesday they come back. So it's hopefully they'll be fresh and ready to go. Leyton Orient, solid team in League Two. They've done some good business, and they've got a good manager as well. It's going to be a difficult opener. It's going to be a very difficult opener. I think any time you go away anywhere, it's a difficult opener. So what I'll do is I'll just give you a little bit of a rundown on Leyton Orient in general, and I think obviously one of the biggest history things about Leyton Orient is obviously having once had Harry Kane play for them, so I think he sponsors something at the club as well. So obviously having Richie Wellens, who is a very good manager for this level, and Orient, they're hoping to be on the up. And I think with Richie, if he can get everything clicking with Leyton Orient, they could be a little threat this year, most definitely. And I'll just let you know as well what signings have been made by Leyton Orient over the summer. Got them there. They've made some fairly decent, couple of decent signings. What they have done, they've signed Sonny Fish, Theo Archibald, who left Lincoln. They've signed George Moncur. That was a massive surprise when George left Hull to join Leyton Orient. Obviously, they've also signed a young central midfielder from Wealdstone, Matt Young, as well as coming to the side. But I think a lot of people will be interested to see how George Moncur gets on, and Theo Archibald, because that is a decent signing that for Leyton Orient. This is how they shape up with some of the players that have gone. Obviously Otis Khan, who won't be available for this game according to Paul Hurst that early on, but we'll see later on in the week. But we don't believe he's going to be available to at least late September. Callum Riley has left the club as well, as has Matt Young as well has left but also ironically, he's left on loan, I believe. But Leyton Orient are one of these sides that if they can get someone like George Moncur firing, they could be a danger. I still say that's a cracking bit of business, and for 28 years old, he's definitely he's far from past it. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a tight tussle I really do. So if I was to pick a prediction out, I'm gonna be quite balanced here, and I'm gonna take a 1-1 draw here. Now, obviously, I'd love a win, but if you can get anything away from home, you wouldn't be disappointed. So I'm going to go 1-1, but I'm also going to be positive that we can get a win over Leyton Orient. So I'm saying 1-1. But I don't think it'll be John McAtee. I'm going to go for Gav Holohan screamer. Why not? Really, really think Gav could pull something out really for his goal. But like I said, Grimsby fans, I want your prediction on this. What do you think will happen between Leyton Orient and Grimsby? There's been some good business done on both sides. It could be a very, very tight game, very tough game. Let me know your predictions down below, and I will see you guys very soon. Any breaking news from the club, I will let you know what that is as soon as we know. So that's the preview done. I'm saying 1-1 on the opening weekend. Obviously hoping for a win. Down below, guys, who are you looking forward to play during the season, and who do you think your starting 11 will be? I'll start bringing my starting 11s in once the season has got a bit of traction to it. But let me know down below what you think the score will be, and can Grimsby get off to a winning start? Let me know down below. Like, subscribe, share for me, and I will see you all very soon.